You're listening to WJHS 91.5 The Eagle. Welcome to Media in the Making, a podcast where we look at the evolution of media from 1600 all the way to present day. This podcast series, we ask, how have different forms of media evolved and changed culture? Media in the Making, where media and culture are always changing. Now let's take a step back in time. How often do you sit on your phone for hours scrolling through social media, not realizing how much time you're really taking up? Average teens spend around 6 to 9 hours on their phones in one day. Today, I have Avery Bailey here with me to discuss some of the major influences and consequences of social media, focusing on the effects of the semi-new app, TikTok. If you don't know already, TikTok is a widely known app that allows people to share videos with the world. There is a wide variety of videos that people can share. The big creators of TikTok have a major influence on those who watch. That can be in a good way or a bad way. A major influence that is known worldwide is Jaz Thornton. She's an author of a book called Stop Surviving, Start Fighting. She wrote this book after she attempted suicide and then went through a long journey to better herself. She has brought her influence to TikTok and helps others through anything they're going through and brings joy to the app. She helps celebrate milestones and has been such a positive influence on so many. Jaz has also co-founded a suicide prevention organization called Voices of Hope and travels around the world to share her story. So, starting out with Jaz. So, you just heard what I said.
Yes.
And how do you think her influence has brought a better community and culture to the app?
I just personally think that in like these past 10 to 15 years, I feel like mental health awareness has really like been on the up and coming, and I feel like Jaz is really helping with that, and I think she can be so relatable to so many young people out there, and I just think that what she's doing and making mental health and the idea of not being okay, making that more known, I just feel like that's really great to have such a big influence out there.
Continuing, there are many different ways that people can influence others, and it's not always the amazing impact that Jaz has put on people. Influencers are people too, so they all make mistakes. With being an influencer, many people look up to them or want to be like them. When they make bad decisions, it passes on to the young people that watch their every move. Okay, Avery, so how do you think that these influencers affect the minds of the young people that watch them?
Okay, well, the first thing that comes to mind is throwback to 2020, when everyone found out that Charli D'Amelio, who's like, 16, 17-ish, was vaping. And she's one of the biggest TikTok influencers, and I have tons of little cousins that are girls. They absolutely adore Charli. They look up to her in every aspect. So for that to come out that she was doing something that was first illegal, second just plain bad for you, while she has that such a young audience, and she was doing something that irresponsible, I just feel like that's like such a perfect example of what you're speaking about.
Yes, thank you. Back to people watching their every move and everyone making mistakes. Influencers get a lot of backlash. For those of you who don't know, there's a comment section on every video. Just like most celebrities, influencers' lives are out for the world to see. When one bad thing happens, people will tend to have an opinion on the situation. The comment section on influencers' TikToks can be good or they could be bad. Major issues seen in the comment sections contain body shaming, over-sexualization, and overall hate. Boys and girls get body shamed on a daily basis, and they've shared the effects that it has had on them, which are never good. People have gone as far to sexualize little kids, leaving parents shook. Recently, a TikToker has asked multiple dads through a TikTok about their kids getting over-sexualized. One dad, Michael Vaughn, responded with a video talking about how his newborn daughter to toddler daughter got sexualized by her shorts and two-piece bathing suits. So clearly, over-sexualization, body shaming, hate, these are all things that happen everywhere in the world. And now TikTok is an app where it's just bringing it more to light in the comment sections, and it just makes it,
more prevalent. It's a lot more prevalent.
Yes.
Yeah, I absolutely think body shaming is one of the most disgusting things ever. Like, I've seen so many things on the internet of Addison Rae, who's, as you probably know, a very, very famous TikToker. People commenting whale and calling her fat, and she's not. Like, people just say things like that, and I think it's so terrible because people just have so much hate and they're bringing it out to people who don't even deserve it. Like, just keep it to yourself. And I just think it's so disgusting. And then the over sexualization of little children, I think, is just,
It's bizarre.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, they're literally little kids, and honestly, like, sometimes I'll see girls are probably 10 or 12 on my For You page dancing, and like, it's just looking at the comments, it's like, what is wrong with you people? Like, this is just disgusting. So I just think it's such a terrible, like, yes, TikTok has its amazing influences. Like, it can be so great, like what we were talking about with Jazz earlier.
Yes, yeah.
But things like this, like body shaming, over sexualization, like when it comes to this, I think it is absolutely just terribly disgusting.
Yes. Another group of amazing people that have had a major influence on TikTok is a group of young moms and women who have come together to share their stories, spread confidence, and awareness. One of those women is Brittany Szabo. Brittany has shared her story to the world. She's teamed up with the Recovery Institution of Ohio to help spread the awareness of addiction. Brittany went through an alcoholic addiction and lost her everything, including her kids, and her husband filed for divorce. Losing her kids made her realize she needed to change, and she started her recovery journey. She's now been sober for almost 2 years and has her whole family back. She's been able to share her story and help get her life back through TikTok. This app has changed so many lives as well as created so many friendships. So I just think it's amazing how this was known as a child's app, and now adults are coming on to it and influencing. So how do you think that, like, adults influencing now from this app has kind of changed?
I feel like it's really amazing that adults are coming on to this, what is known as a quote-unquote young child's app, because obviously adults are more mature and they can push their wisdom and experience onto younger generations and just show them, like, learn from my mistakes, don't make your own, I guess. And I think it's really amazing, like stories like Brittany's. I think it's absolutely amazing that can be put out there as an influence for younger children.
Yes. All right. Thank you. There are many cultures within TikTok. There's a place for everyone. Stay positive and be kind, and this app can continue to influence people in the best way possible. Media in the Making is brought to you by WJHS 91.5 and the Eagle Tech Academy media classes. Media in the Making, teaching you about the evolution of media throughout history and its effects on culture. For more from the students, more podcasting series are on the 91.5 website, WJHS915.org. Thank you for joining us.